Hi, church everywhere. My name is Mandy Stock, and I am a follower of Jesus from Lakeland, Florida. This week, I've been sitting with God, kind of deep diving into what the difference is between expectation and preparation. It's hurricane season here in Florida, so the word preparedness is thrown around a lot. You see a lot more batteries and tiny flashlights at end caps. We just had a tax-free day where you could buy your hurricane preparedness items tax-free. It's just kind of the season here. My mom's rule of thumb was always hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. And as I looked into what these words mean, the definition of expectation is to wait for, to look for, and to hope for. So essentially what my mom was saying was to expect, but also prepare. I looked into scriptures with these words, preparedness, expectation, and one thing stood out to me, especially with the word expectation, and it's that even the wicked are expectant. A lot of the verses were the wicked expected. I was like, whoa. So even the wicked can expect, but the children of God prepare. There's action that has to be taken. There's follow through that you have to do. There's a posture you have to take on in order for your expectations to be fulfilled. And so I wanted to kind of translate my mom's phrase into something else. This is the best I could do spiritually. But hope for his glory, but prepare for his will. And what I mean by that is I've seen God move in horrible circumstances and receive glory. I've seen God move in the most beautiful of circumstances and receive glory. So I expect that he's going to receive glory either way. But I need to be prepared that his will may not look like the will that I would like. His plan may not look like my plan. And I need to be prepared with a posture that's okay with both. That's not going to say I'm abandoned, I'm forgotten, I'm unloved, because his will doesn't look like my will. And I feel like Satan has been doing that since Genesis 3. Like he sneaks in and he says, are you sure that God is good? Are you sure that you want him to be God of your life? Shouldn't you be doing that? And so as part of that posture of preparing for his will, my posture is I believe that God is good. And I believe that God is God and that I am not. And I am okay with his will. Paul says in Philippians 1:20, I eagerly expect and hope that I will in no way be ashamed, but will have sufficient courage so that now, as always, Christ will be exalted in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. He was completely prepared for the will of God, because to live, to continue on living, was to continue on with the joy of knowing that he got to participate in the love and the gospel of Jesus Christ. But to die meant that he was in heaven with Jesus. So I just thought that verse was so good. But I do this is what I do. I sit with God for days on something, and I take a little nugget of wisdom, and then I'm so tempted to just put that nugget away and be like, oh, that's good. Next time I prepare for something, I'm going to pull out that nugget. Don't put your nuggets away. Just dip the nugget, dunk the nugget right now, and let's eat it right now. So how can we apply this idea of preparedness as a fulfillment of expectation to our lives right now? So as an assessment, I used to show up at church and I would expect an experience that would teach me something about God. Here's why this is a problem. One, I think I was a Sunday morning churcher. I didn't see church as an everyday thing. Church is my everyday interactions with the people that I serve, the way I love with my community. But I would show up on Sundays and expect this experience. This made me a consumer. The reason I know that is because I became critical. If the right songs weren't played, if that I wasn't moved by a certain song, or if the right words weren't said and I wasn't particularly convicted or inspired by the words, then I could leave saying, instead of like, oh, that was a really great service, to, oh, that was was okay today, or God forbid and forgive me, that wasn't so great, I didn't get much. I was critical, and it was because I was a consumer and I was expecting an experience to teach me something about God. Where I had to change my mindset is I have to now walk into church and say, God is going to teach me about who he is and his character if I take on a posture that is open, willing to listen, and prepared to receive. I then move from being a consumer to a contributor because it's about what I can bring, and it's about the posture that I take on. And I expect that no matter what experience is presented, be it on Sunday or some moment throughout my week, that God is there teaching. Am I listening? Am I contributing to the experience? I don't want my life to be about someone else explaining or expressing God to me. I want my life to be about a willingness to be open and obedient and to participate in God's teaching me about himself. As far as Florida's concerned, you can watch all the forecasts and you can know that a hurricane's going to hit on Thursday. But if you don't go out and buy the flashlights and the batteries, you're still going to be sitting in the dark. So preparedness is the fulfillment of our expectation. Expect that God's going to receive glory no matter what. And be prepared that his will may not look like yours, but it is good. And he is God. And he loves you. You are not abandoned. You are not forsaken. Jesus took on all of that for you. You are fully loved. So I hope that's helpful. And have a great day.